Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope that you all are doing great and having fun in learning English. So we will wait for 1 more minute for all the participants to come and join us. Then we'll start our session, okay? You all are muted. So if you want to say something, if you want to ask about something, any kind of connection problem, any kind of voice distortion, so you can use your chat box. Am I audible to all of you? My voice is clear? You can use your chat box. Okay, so we'll start our session within 1 minute. Okay, so let's start our today's session, then gradually people will join us. So tell me, how are you all? How are you all? You can use your chat box. Then I'll give brief introduction of mine, then because today is our first session, so I welcome all of you to learn English and to speak English. All of you are here, right? You want to speak English. Some of you maybe belongs to intermediate category, some of you belongs to beginner category, and some of you are advanced level speaker, right? So the very first thing that we all really need to know is why we are here and why you want to learn English, why you want to speak English, what is your purpose to speak English, right? Whenever you just join any kind of institute or any kind of sessions, the very first thing is your mind should be clear. Why you are sitting here and listening these English sessions, right? Okay, so I'm glad that you all are fine. So let me give brief introduction of mine. You all know absolutely I'm your spoken English course instructor and my name is Amna Amir. I have two English channels on YouTube where I upload content that is related to techniques that will help spoken English people that will help English learners to speak English fluently. It's not about grammar kind of stuff. I just give them the techniques, the advanced techniques that will help everyone. Whether you are a beginner, you are advanced level speaker, you are intermediate level speaker, whenever category, any kind of category you belongs to, that will help you to achieve your fluency. And in our classes, we will discuss about those techniques too. So that is a brief introduction of mine. Now I want you guys to introduce yourself. And in which way, let me tell you. I'm sharing screen with all of you. Tell me, screen is clear to all of you? Screen is clear? Oh, my channel name is Anna's Learning Corner. Okay, fine. So I want you guys to give me brief introduction of yours, then we'll discuss in our today's session, we'll discuss your course outline, and we will discuss the difference between communication skills and spoken English skills. Very important thing that I want you guys to know. Any other language, whether it is Urdu or any other language, is not allowed to speak in this class. Let me tell you the reason. I will speak English very slowly and I am not speaking the words that are very complicated or that are very difficult for you to understand. Tell me, if I'm speaking, all of you are able to understand what I'm trying to say? Are you guys getting me? Tell me in the chat box. Okay. So if you are not able to understand what I'm saying, you can stop me right there and you can ask your question, okay? Okay, fine. Wait, you are not connected to the audio. Still, so many people are not connected to the audio. Okay, so let's discuss about the difference between communication skills and spoken English skills. Also, we all are surrounded by Urdu language, right? The main problem here, whenever it comes to speaking English language, whenever it comes to practicing English, is whom will we practice with whom, right? We have nobody out there. People speak Urdu, our parents speak Urdu, our friends, our colleagues, we all are surrounded by Urdu environment. And the apps that are really professional, like Camly and Preply kind of, you don't practice on that kind of apps, right? We don't have access to those apps. So if you are not connected to the audio, okay, so please kindly before joining the class, read the instructions that are in your group. Okay, so that will not waste any kind of time if you are not connected to the audio. Still, so many people are not connected to the audio. Okay, so I'm continuing. You can message if somebody just said I'm not audible, you can just message in the comment section in the chat box that connect to the audio. Okay, now I'll not stop, I'll just going straightly towards our topic. So what basically happens, we are surrounded by our native language, right? It's been, I think, 15 or 20 or 25 or 30, so many years that we are been speaking and listening this language. So I want you guys to, at least in this session, because you all don't have time to listen English all the time, right? You have to go to your universities, you have to go to the job, you have to go to some important works, right? So you don't have time to all the time speak or listen English or practice English. So at least in this class, in our 1 hour session, we'll make sure that you will listen and try to absorb good pronunciation and as much English as you can. So if you want, I know, don't feel any kind of hesitation if I ask any kind of question. Making mistakes, doing mistakes in English is fine. It is not our mother language. It is not our native language. It's our second language, right? So if you are making mistakes, if you are feeling confused while speaking this language, so it is totally fine. What basically happens, students want that instructor speak Urdu and then through Urdu we learn English. It is not possible. Urdu is your comfort zone. There is a circle, there is a boundary around you, which is of Urdu or your native language, and you don't allow the instructor to come into that boundary and help you out to speak English, right? If you want to do something new, if you want to explore something new, it is really important that you guys get out of your comfort zone, and the real game starts when you get out of your comfort zone. So it is clear, you all really need to put your great efforts if you want to learn and speak this language. I'll take your introductions at the end. Firstly, I want to share a blog post. I want to make it clear that there is huge difference between communication skills and spoken English skills. Most of the time, we merge these two things. Now, you guys tell me, what do you think? Spoken English skills and communication skills are related or not? These two have any connection or not? Write in the chat box. Communication skills and spoken English skills, they are relatable or not? Use your chat box. Directly related. Okay. Okay. Fine. Hmm. Okay. So almost all of you, majority of you think that they are related, and only few people think that they are not related, right? Okay. So let me tell you through an example. Now listen this example carefully. Suppose you went to a departmental store to buy a chocolate that is for diet person. Okay. Now you stepped into the departmental store and there is a sales rep, a girl for your help present there. That girl have very high spoken English skills. Now you call the sales rep for your help. You ask, there are 100 of chocolates on the rack. Which chocolate is for diet person? Now that sales rep is giving you information in very amazing and brilliant English skills by showing her English skills, each and every chocolate that is present on the rack. And at the end, after 10 minutes, you will not able to understand which chocolate is for diet person. You just know about the benefits of each and every chocolate. Now there is a person standing beside you. That person have beginner level English skills. Now you ask that person which chocolate for diet person. That person just tell you about the name ABC chocolate for diet person. Now you got your answer. That person have 2% spoken English skills and 100% communication skills. How can you say that? Because communication skills are not related to spoken English. They are just related to clarifying speech. You got my point? Tell me, all of you, you got me? What I'm trying to say? Yes. So there is a huge difference. Spoken English skills and communication skills, they are not relatable. But yes, spoken English skills will help you a lot to convey your message whenever you are dealing with people around you. And it's the need of us nowadays. But there is not a different, there is not, they are not related, they are not relatable. That person belongs to beginner English category, but have excellent communication skills because he know how to convey the message, how to say the message in a clarifying way. So communication skills are totally related to clarifying speech, and spoken English skills are only related to speaking, and speaking. Now tell me, what you understand from this picture? This picture, we have two puppies and they are just listening. They both are just listening and they are not saying anything, they are not talking about something, they are just listening. So tell me what they are trying to elaborate. What you can How can you elaborate this picture in one line? Yes, use your chat box, give me your opinions. Okay, trying to communicate. Okay, yeah, more opinions. How can you just elaborate or explain this picture? What are they trying to do? They are not speaking, they are just listening to each other. Okay, trying to understand each other. Okay. Okay, fine. So basically, we can say, how can you understand someone if they are not speaking, right? So, speaking correctly, speaking in a clarifying way is really important. If you will not speak, how other person will be able to understand what you are trying to say, what you are trying to convey? So, to listen something, it is really important to speak something, or other way, it is useless. Whether you are working on your spoken English skills, on your communication skills, if you are not speaking something, so it means your learning is useless. You got my point? You got it? Yes. So I think now you guys able to understand that there is a difference between spoken English skills and communication skills. Major difference, if I want to clarify it, communication skills are related to brief speaking, brief yet specific, short, if you short kind of messages. If you observe, if we search any kind of quotes on Google, they mainly consist of one or two lines, right? That quotes are the perfect example of, if I'm writing something here, see, I'm writing about some quotes. If you see here, it's just one line, one or two lines, right? Hardly one or two lines. In all of these quotes, if we search, hardly one or two lines. These are perfect example of communication skills. What they are doing, they are conveying you a message in a short but specific way. This is called communication skill. These people, all the leaders who are present in this world, they have excellent communication skills. How? Through observing, by conveying a short message in a deep way. You got it? That is the thing. Now, let's talk about the eight essential tips for clear communication in English. Today, we'll talk about a blog post, some of the things that will help you to improve your communication little bit. Okay, then we'll talk about your course outline and I'll take your introductions. Now, listen this thing carefully, because spoken English skills and communication skills, they both flourish your career. They both flourish your personality. And adding, they will help you to add something, some positive things in your personality. And if you want to get a good job, if you want to improve your social circle, if you want to improve your gatherings, if you want to improve your tone. So it is really important to learn both of these two skills. Okay. Now, what they are trying to say, the first tip is keep talking. Now, what keep talking? It means keep talking means, as I told you, brief yet specific. The major thing when it comes to communication skills is listening. Listen as much as you can. Listen to whom? Listen to people around you. Most of the time, this happens whenever you are sitting somewhere, there are a lot of people that come and interfere in your affairs. Do you like that kind of people who interrupt your talks, who interrupt in your, who just interfere in your affairs? Do you like that kind of people? You like talkative people? No, you'll avoid that kind of people. Which kind of people you like? Who listen to you, right? Who listen to you. Same is the case. If you want to become a good communicator, first thing you have to transform yourself into a good listener. A good listener can become a good communicator. When you listen the opinions of other, when you listen your surroundings, what is happening in your surroundings, what the leaders do, what they basically do. If you have listened any kind of interview, they listen, they observe, they read as much they can, right? So through listening, through observing your surrounding and listening as much as you can, it will really benefit you a lot. Whenever you are sitting in kind of listening any kind of university presentations, or you are doing any kind of formal presentations in your offices, first listen everybody else who is present in that room. Then this will help you to know what is the mindset of other people. If you straightly come into the room and started giving your opinions, what will happen? Maybe the other person is not ready to talk about it, right? So it is really important, first listen, then respond according to that. That is the first thing. Next thing is find a good speaking rhythm. So many times, whenever I'll give you in our sessions, I'll give you audio recording. You will observe this thing by yourself. This will happen. Sometimes you are talking in a really slow, in a really dull tone, very sleepy kind of stuff. And sometimes you are talking in a really energetic way, like politicians kind of stuff. Sometimes you will speak like in a really aggressive way. Tell me which kind of tone, which kind of person or people you would love to hear all the time, which kind of voices you would love to hear. Write in the chat box. Which kind of people you want around you, they have which kind of speaking rhythm. Tell me, very fast, very slow, sleepy, dull, which kind of aggressive or polite or gentle or balanced, which kind of fast, balanced, I think. Yeah, balanced and polite and gentle. That is really important. We all learn spoken English skills, we learn communication skills, but we don't focus on this major thing, that is speaking rhythm. In our sessions, I'll give you a practice, that is breathing practice. Some of you maybe talk from their, your voices are coming from their, from your nose kind of stuff, right? So it is really important to have grip on your voice tones. It is really important. If you want people to listen you, you must develop a rhythm. There is a breathing practice that will help you to master your tone, to help to develop a balanced tone. Not very sharp, not very dull, balanced tone. Sometimes this also happens that we take very pauses, like short pauses in our rhythm. Like we are speaking, like if you try to speak too fast, your words don't come out right. But if there are a lot of pauses here, so it will help you a lot to how to speak in a rhythm, how to master your tone and how to master your voices. Clear? Just like the strings of guitar. If you don't know how to play the guitar, how to play with the strings of the guitar, what will happen? The musical notes will transform into voicey stuff, right? And you will not like to hear that kind of guitar voices, right? That are very noisy, that are very deafening. You don't like to hear. But what if you play it in a good way? You know how, which chord will make which kind of sound. So, same is the case with your throat. Your throat. have strings. So it will help you a lot. The breathing practice will help you a lot to master your tone. Clear? Are you guys getting me or feeling sleepy? Are you guys getting me? Is it interesting? Okay, fine. So this is the major information that I really want all of you before straightly plunging to our session. It is really important to clear this difference between spoken English skills and communication skills. Now, second thing is make sure you are understood. Sometimes uh, I think mostly it happens we don't understand the people around us because they don't have very good tones, they don't have very good speaking rhythm, and sometimes pronunciation makes a huge difference. They mispronounce some words, so we have to say, can you please repeat? Can you please repeat it? Can you please repeat it? So we have a lot of accents. We have British accent, we have American accent, we have Canadian accent, Australian accent, lot of accents we have. What we need to do, we just go with the pronunciation that is clarifying. Don't plunge yourself into accent game. First, you must know what is the pronunciation, clarifying pronunciation of a word. Clear? Let the words come out of your mouth. There are a lot of people around us who speak English, but we don't understand what they are trying to say, what they are trying to convey. So focus on your pronunciation. Every time when you learn a new vocabulary word, you must know. You must know the pronunciation of that word. Go on Google and listen the pronunciation of the new word that you have learned on daily basis for at least 15 times. What is a rhythm? Rhythm is a tone in which we talk. Like I'm giving you example, what is a rhythm? If I'm speaking like, because of the language barrier, you have never seen sure if people are really understood what you meant and just ask them. And most of the time, if I speak like this, if I speak like because of the language, you're never sure if people really understood what you meant. If I speak like this, it's really sleepy. If I'm speaking like, because of the language barrier, you have never sure if people really understood what you meant. Now, this is called rhythm. First rhythm was very fast, second rhythm was very sleepy, and the third rhythm was clarifying. That is called the rhythm. Clear? Good. So repeat what you are told. It means what you basically need to do, you have to talk again in a clarifying way. Yeah, you have to talk in a clarifying way. You have to focus on your pronunciation. If you are learning some new words, like here are some 100 words that today we'll do, like pronunciation of these words. We mispronounce these words. We just generate our pronunciation, right? Our own pronunciation, right? So it is really important to focus on it. Next one, we'll discuss about use appropriate language. Now, using appropriate language means whenever you are talking about communication stuff, so you don't need to use any kind of complicated words, any kind of difficult words. You just need to talk in an easier way. Okay, in a very easy way. If you want to like create your impression or this or that, no, it will not gonna work. If you want to master your communication, so the major thing in communication mastering is your message should be clear. You observe whenever it comes to these kinds of quotes, they are very easy words. Like if there is a quote, with our thoughts we make the world. Very easy words. They are not using any kind of complicated vocabulary, right? So the main purpose, if you want to improve your communication skills, is don't plunge yourself into learning difficult words, complicated words. No. Communication skills related to clarifying speech. But yes, when it comes to spoken English skills, your vocabulary should be rich. Your vocabulary should be good. Is it clear? Now, next, no. Just these things are enough. Tell me, these points that we have discussed, you got these points? We talk about listening things, we talk about the rhythm, we talk about the voice tones, clarifying way, and the pronunciation. That is clear? Okay, now let's talk about these 100 most common words. Now let me tell you. There is a word like this. Here we pronounce it in a lot of different ways. We pronounce it like the, but this is not the pronunciation of it. And also, let me tell you one more thing. Don't hesitate to pronounce a word. Don't hesitate to pronounce a word in an actual way with a good pronunciation. Now, let me tell you what is the pronunciation of it. This is THE. You will go with the sound of Z here. The. Okay. You can also practice with me. The sound of THE is not the, it's not the, it's the sound of Z. The. Clear? It is the. And this one again, it's not there, it's not there, it's there. Okay, it is there. They are there. Clear? Next, go with the word, this one. Now let's talk about little bit of accent here. If most commonly focused accents are, I think, American and British accent. In American accent, we focus on R more, and in British accent, we skip the use of R. We skip the pronunciation of R. Now, this water, we pronounce it water, water, water bottle, right? It's not the correct pronunciation. The pronunciation of water is water. What is it? Water. Water. If we are pronouncing it in American way, it is water. And in British English, it is water. Water. You got it? How can we speak English fluently by getting these points and then these points still come? It's your first session. Don't worry. It's your just first session. Just follow my advices, okay? Do what I want you to do. Clear? And at the end, now let me tell you one more thing. If you waste a single day without practicing, if you skip a single day without practicing, then at the end, I'll not take your complaint that you are not fluent. Clear? From today's session, session 1 till session 8, all of you won't skip a single day without practicing. Whether I check on you or not, on daily basis, I'm saying you have to listen at least one English video. What I'm saying, on daily basis, listen at least one English video. I'm not saying mix of English and Hindi, mix of English and Urdu. No, pure English videos without subtitles, not with subtitles. Because if you watch videos with subtitles, your focus is not on listening. Your focus is on reading the subtitles. Clear? On daily basis, you have to listen. Okay, I will suggest you some good English channels. I will write the name of channels in the group. Okay, you can follow that channels and listen one video from those channels on daily basis. Okay, we were talking about the accent, right? So the pronunciation of this is water. This one is call. What is it? It is call. It's not call. It's not call. It's call. Clear? You got it? Task. For sure, on daily basis, I'll give you the task. Now, you can write some words in the chat box because this is your task. This is your today's task, okay? Your today's task is you have to choose 5 words that you most commonly used in your pronunciation. Which 5 words you most commonly use in your pronunciation? Write in the chat box and I'll pronounce those words. What you need to do, select 5 words that you speak, that you use most of the time in your conversation. We will start, now let me tell you, we will not start from the difficult words. We will start from the scratch, like from your daily routine words. When you will focus on the pronunciation of daily routine words, your whole sentence delivery will be great. Okay, what you basically do, you start from the difficult words and then you will just end up nothing. Okay, now the words like thank you, thought, word, W-O-R-D, word. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Okay, okay, fine. Write words in 2 minutes, then I'll pronounce it. All of you, okay. Okay, so let's pronounce these words. We have Okay, so this one is literally, not literally, literally. Next one, this one is water. This one, glass, glass. This one, breakfast, breakfast, not breakfast, breakfast. How are you? How are you? Not how are you? What are you doing? Not like this. How are you? What are you doing? Clear? Next one, this one, the, what, then cooking, actually, actually. Instead of actually, you can use the word absolutely, absolutely. That's all, that's all. This one, thank you, thank you. Sorry, not sorry. I'm feeling sorry, not sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, you guys getting me? This one, would, whom, would, whom. This one, anxiety, anxiety. Next, we have literally, right, right. Good. Excuse me. Instead of excuse me, you can use some other words. We'll explore some new words in our sessions. Okay, right now, okay, let's go with it. Excuse me, or you can say pardon me, pardon me. Instead of excuse me, you can use the word pardon me. Obviously, not obviously, obviously, obviously. This one, whatever, whatever, doing, not doing, doing, doing. Just G sound is silent, doing. What are you doing? Next one, instead of okay, you can use the word okie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Instead of okay, you can use the word okie dokie. Okay, so got it. Got it. So you will see how through the casual words, through usual words pronunciation, your whole sentence delivery will be improved. Can you give me some water? Can you give me some water? If you're saying, can you give me some water? Can you give me some water? You will see there is a lot much difference. So just like what will happen when you are playing a video game, you start from stage one. Stage one is easy, right? So we'll start from the easier level. We'll work on your daily words pronunciation and then we'll go with the advanced words pronunciation. Okay, government, down, slow. So these are the words. Okay, I hope that you will understood. So I'll share the link of these words, but instead of these words, you have to choose your 5 words that you use most of the time. Now there is a one word more. I'm sharing word, W-O-R-D, that is the word. And there is a word W-O-R-L-D, world. What is it? World. Okay, world. Instead of excuse me, you can use the word pardon me. Yeah, pardon me. Okay, so now it's your turn. Now let's go with your introductions. I'll share the session task with you. You can go with the session task. Now let me tell you one more thing. If I'm writing in session 1, we'll cover this, in session 2, we'll cover this. It doesn't mean that we'll do it in a sequence. No, sometimes we'll do session 3 stuff in session 2 and maybe session 2 stuff in session 3. This is just written so that you will feel that, yeah, we'll cover all of these things, okay? You will read these things, and if you want to add up something, you can tell me. Clear? Then we'll discuss those things too. You can go with it and read it. Then you will let me know if you want to add up something. Clear? Your daily tasks is not from here. It is just mentioned for your convenience. Your daily tasks will be mentioned in your group on daily basis. Clear? Okay, now it's time for you guys to introduce yourself. You have to tell me your full name. Okay, your full name. Then you have to tell me about your current qualification, Then you have to tell me why you want to speak English. these three questions. Raise your hands, all of you, raise your hands. Your full name, your current qualification, and why you want to speak. Okay. Yes. Yes, Sabah, you can unmute yourself. Yes, you can unmute yourself, Sabah. Okay. Yes, Fiza, you can unmute yourself.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My name is Fiza Ali, and I'm studying fashion designing from Indus University, Karachi. And I want to speak English because I can't fluently speak English. I don't know why. I can understand your lecture, all your words. I don't have any difficulty in understanding, but I can't speak English very fluently.
Okay.
Cause of vocabulary or cause of grammar, I don't know, but I can't speak fluently.
Okay. So tell me, where do you live, Fiza?
I live in Karachi, Gulshan area.
Okay. What is the specialty of your area?
Everything is here, like basic necessities, marts, shopping malls, and
Okay.
sorry. Urdu. So basic necessities are here in Gulshan. So
Okay, good.
specialty.
Good, Fiza. Glad to hear from your side. Yes, Laiba, you can unmute yourself and tell me about yourself. Yes, Laiba. Okay. Amber Fatima, you can unmute yourself.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My full name is Amber Fatma, and I'm currently studying in Inter Part 2. I just want to learn spoken English just to improve my pronunciation for public speaking, and that's all.
Okay, what is your passion?